Now we're going to be going on to implementing Google credentials. Now, Google's developer experience is challenging to say the least, and we're going to be using Google Cloud Console. You're going to have to follow me. I'll try to go as slow as I can through all the different steps. There's a lot of them, and it's not the most clear and straightforward way like GitHub, but since Google has so many users, and most likely most people have some form of Gmail account, it's pretty important that we do it. So let's jump right into it. Okay, so here's a quick search for Google Cloud Console here. It's the second result here. You're looking for cloud.google.com, Cloud Console here. So we're just going to click on this. This will take you directly to it, but in case you wanted to do a little bit of read up about Google Cloud and all that stuff, we're really only going to be using Auth in this tutorial, so we can just start for free here. It'll take you to your login. You're going to need to have some form of Gmail account, whether it's G Suite or a regular Gmail account. So feel free to create one and then sign in. Okay, so when you come onto the Google Cloud screen for the first time, it's going to say all of the Google Cloud products. Again, you don't need that. We only need Auth. So unlike GitHub, Google requires that you put in a credit card before you access Google Cloud, and we need Google Cloud in order to do Auth. So if you are a bit concerned and don't want to put in a credit card information in, or you don't have one, then feel free to skip this. For people who want to continue, just note you won't be charged unless you activate your full pay-as-you-go account or choose to prepay. We're not going to be doing any of that stuff, so unless they change something in the future, you will not be charged. So you put in your payments information, and I'll skip to the step after it for obvious reasons, not to share out my personal payment information. Okay, so once you're finished with all the random billing related stuff, you'll be approached with your dashboard. It's really intense. There's a lot of junk on it, if I'm being completely honest, and Google's not the best at designing stuff, but we can just click out of all of this stuff. We're going to go over to the navigation menu here, and what we are specifically looking for is in APIs and services, we're looking for the OAuth consent screen here. So we're going to click that first. Is in API and services, we're looking for OAuth consent screen here. Click on that. It'll be taking you to here. And then we need to configure our Google Auth platform. So we're going to hit get started here. We need to provide a app name, right? So for our app, we're just going to call it tutorial. Provide the email that you use to log in as the user support email. Next, we're going to select external here. You're going to have to push it to live, but honestly, I haven't faced any issues with production apps with actually having to move it out of test. I wonder if it's a certain amount of users that you have to break through, but that's a problem that I'm sure you can have one of your employees take care of if you ever become big enough. So for now, just using external is fine. Then for contact information, you can provide the same one as you used to log in. So there's that one. And then we agree to their terms and services. You can check it out there. Continue for some reason. And hit create. Great. And then we need to create a OAuth client here. So we have an application type, web application in our case. Then the name of the app. So we've already provided a name before, tutorial. Obviously name it whatever you want for your own project. This is just an internal product, so product name. And so for us, we can just call it tutorial, test 1, whatever we want to name it. And then for authorized JavaScript origins and redirect URIs, just provide the same things as we put in GitHub. So for the URI, https://localhost 3000. And the thing I do like about Google, and probably the only redeeming factor, is that I don't have to create a bunch of different OAuth client IDs for a bunch for development or production. I can keep it all the same by just adding additional URIs. So makes it a lot easier. Then next here, we're going to go really quickly back to Better Auth here, and we are going to copy the corresponding redirect URL for Google here. We're going to add it in as the authorized redirect URI here, and then we're going to hit create. And then here is our client ID, so we need to click on that to copy it, go back into our code base. Actually, before we do that, real quick, let's grab this chunk here from the Better Auth documentation, right? So we just move down a little bit to step 2 here, grab this piece, go into auth.ts, and put it underneath GitHub here. Oh my gosh, the styling from this copy is terrible. So cool. Then we just copy in Google Client ID, enter, and then we can actually do the same really quick for Google Client Secret. Enter. Go back to our Google screen here. Copy this. Again, copy. Don't rewrite it. You're definitely going to make a mistake and then regret it later. And then now we need to generate our secret. Okay. For whatever reason, it doesn't automatically show you the secret. You have to go into edit OAuth client or just click on it, right? You'll be taken to this screen. Then you'll just have your secret here. And unlike GitHub, you won't worry, it's always going to be there. So feel free to use it as you see fit.